Hello guys, my name is Tom. Welcome back to another video, and if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. Subscribe. Today we're doing a very short track review of the new song by death metal supergroup Gruesome called A Waste of Life. The track is taken from their third album due on June 1st. It is entitled Twisted Prayers and it's out on Relapse Records. A brief history of Gruesome. The band formed in 2014. It consists of members from Exhumed, Malevolent Creation, Derkéta and the mighty Possessed. The band was formed when guitarist and lead vocalist Matt Harvey and drummer Gus Rios participated in the Death to All tribute set up by Death's longtime manager Eric Greif. The band's general aesthetic is a tribute to the incredible work of Chuck Schuldiner in the early periods of Death, with their first album Savage Land having a very leprosy type feel. The mini album that followed that, The Dimensions of Horror, had clear nods to Scream Bloody Gore, and then a 7-inch single, Fragments of Psyche, had a pure human vibe. And on this track we are referencing the Spiritual Healing album. Not just an incredible artwork for Twisted Prayers, the zombie-like creatures followed by the priest with the money in the pocket, the falsification of Christian faith upon the masses, but also the way the song is written as well. The track A Waste of Life plods slowly into these very aggressive, atonal, twisted riffs, these great leads with perfect harmonization to give that proper death feel, especially for the Spiritual Healing era. Songwriting, as always is with Gruesome, despite the fact that it is a clear nod to the Band of Death, is superb, extremely well written. The nods are there for this particular album with the Spiritual Healing feel. It has just a great sense of nostalgia to it, but doesn't sound outdated. The production is very, very clear. It's absolutely fantastic to hear this sort of quality old school death metal that sounds like it was written in the early 90s. The solo and lead guitar work, which was always so prominent in Chuck's music, is very much focused during these songs in all of the band's discography, but more specifically for this song, it is extremely prominent. You have the nods to Chuck's way of approaching a lead, adding harmonies. It is just 100% a beautiful death nod. There are some parts that I'm not exactly crazy about. They're not bad by any means, but some of the more slower parts tend to plod a little bit before you go into the pure aggression of the faster parts, culminating in these excellent leads that I spoke about earlier. Another typical thing with Death songwriting, Matt Harvey has clearly written lyrics that kind of follow to the more early Death standard in the Scream Bloody Gore, very tongue-in-cheek, and this in some ways could be misconstrued as lazy songwriting. This is in no means a bad thing, of course, but at the same time you might get a few purists who are more into the symbolic and progressive Death eras that didn't use such crass lyrical content. Overall, I'm really excited for this track. I've loved everything that Gruesome have put out, from those first two demos to the first album behind me, Dimensions of Horror, Fragments of Psyche, and this just pushes that again. It gives us a sense of what an old school Death could have been around today. There is definitely this excellent nod. It's not just a tribute, it is fresh original music in the style of the early Death sound. I'm giving this track a 7.5 out of 10. What did you think of this track? Did you love it? Did you hate it? And let me know what you'd like to see me review next. I have a couple more on the way, it's just getting time to film them. If you've enjoyed this review, feel free to comment, rate, subscribe below. All the links to my social media in the description below, and I will see you very soon.
Subscribe.